Then you have Genesis 1:26, where God is introduced. God said, let us make man. You're going to say, plural of majesty or whatever. How do you explain Genesis 1?
That's very easy.
Very easy.
The first thing is verse 27 goes back to the singular. So God created man in His own image. Isaiah 44:24, God said, I spread abroad the heavens alone.
I alone.
I spread forth the earth by myself. So we cannot think of two co-creators. The simplest way to understand, I think, this passage is it is a plural of deliberation. God is expressing that the creation of humanity was not an accident, an afterthought, a last-minute idea, but God
So who was
planned.
He speaking to when He says, let
He
us?
is communing within Himself. Just in English, we might say, as we're planning this program,
But
let's
you're
see.
a scholar, doctor. You cannot now impose English idiomatic.
I'm using analogy.
Yeah, but
Let's see. Let us see.
that is how we speak. You
Right,
cannot assume that
exactly.
because we speak that way, that was how the original Hebrews would have spoken.
The
That's
Jewish
a fallacious.
people. No, it's a good analogy because human nature is the same in every language.
Yeah, but
human
cultures.
beings do deliberate with themselves, and they use the plural to express their deliberation. That is not confined to the English language. And the Jews to whom, and I'm not talking about modern Jews, I'm talking about the Old Testament believers, they never thought of a Trinity. Obviously, Genesis 1:26 was not a powerful
You
text
have
for the
debated
Trinity.
Murray, and Murray in his book on the Trinity quotes Jewish sources that they wrestled with that passage. They wrestled with that passage. They tried to go around that passage because they were seeing the force. The Elohim is in plural. The Hebrew is in plural. It's not just the English translation.
Well, the Elohim is a plural form, but
Yes.
you have to understand the plural form signifies intensity or greatness
Yes, and sometimes
or
it is
majesty.
used in reference to a single
Yes,
person.
and the
So,
way
yeah.
that you know that it's not referring to a plurality of persons is it uses the singular verb form. So if you study Hebrew, Elohim is paired up with a singular verb. It would be like in English saying "I am." It doesn't. If you saw this "we am," you know something is wrong. So Elohim is not being used in the plural sense. It's being used in the sense of greatness or majesty, and we can see that because it's matched up with singular verbs. So the reference is a singular God. If you try to use that to mean plurality, well, it's the false gods that were spoken of as Elohim with a plural verb. You are not just going to the Trinity, you're going to tritheism.
No,
or
Elohim is
plurality.
used in Genesis 1:26.
Yeah, oh, yes.
And that is in reference to the true God.
Yeah,
so
but-
don't say
no,
that's
no,
just
no.
the false God.
No, what I mean...
It is also used in reference to the false gods. Yes.
But
It is
here's
also
the difference. When it's used for the true God, it's a singular verb. When it's used for the false gods, it's a plural verb.
No, I don't think
Yes.
you can establish that by the language.
Oh, yes.
I respect your training, but that is certainly a novel view. However, we have to pick up this subject. We can't have someone of the stature of David K. Bernard and have just one program. So we're going to have him back. We want to touch on matters of baptism in Jesus' name. The Oneness Pentecostals believe that all of you who are not baptized in Jesus' name, you need to be rebaptized. We want to touch on that topic. We want to also touch on the matter of speaking in tongues as well as to wrap up this discussion. So we're going to have Dr. Bernard again with us. We thank you for your company on Religious Hard Talk. Until next week, Ian Boyne on behalf of the team wishing you a very pleasant evening.